Hey everyone, welcome to the Roto Grinders Morning Grind podcast. I'm your host, Stevie TPFL. It's December. It's the 28th of December. We're still in 2016 for a few more days, but it's getting closer to New Year's and New Year's resolutions and all those guys that you swear you're never going to play on your fantasy teams, and then a week goes by and you're just going to play them anyway. But it's Wednesday. We have 10 games to talk about here on tonight's slate. We are not the trio podcast today, and I'm bringing in my main man who beat me at everything yesterday. The Siege, how you doing, buddy?
Yeah, man. Look, I gotta be honest though. A lot of it was your self-inflicted damage here on the front nine. Like, sorry, man. Like, I did not. You lost holes. I did not win many of them.
Man, I went out, man. Those first two holes, they were great, and then something happened at the third hole. But
yeah, what happened was you started to do CVRs and you just went straight downhill. No, yeah, you hit that sick pitch on the second hole. Like, I had a birdie putt. You hit one to like 2 feet. I'm just sitting there, it's like, oh my god, this is gonna be a disaster. I'm gonna get run over. And then, thankfully, between after the fourth hole, I knew I had it. So felt good.
No excuses on this end. I just played bad. Probably the worst round of golf I've played in 2 years. But shit happens, and we drank afterwards. So that's all that matters, right? Like that. At the end of the day, two buddies going out and playing golf, that's all that matters at the end of the day. Win or lose, it was a lot of fun. So I had fun. I'm sure you did as well. We get to sweat some basketball, and we get to do it again here on the Wednesday slate. Let's just tell everybody right up front, when we get to the Orlando Magic game, we're going to have some bias analysis here because we're going to this basketball game tonight with Roto Grinders Cam, and there's going to be some game stacks.
Some. You mean all?
I'm just saying there's going to be some game stacks. So we'll try to do the best we can when we get to the Magic game. But
you've been warned.
You guys have been warned. But let's get into the slate. We're going to start with Indy at Washington, 212 total here. Washington favored by 4 in this game. Monte Ellis upgraded to questionable here. Rodney Stuckey already ruled out for this game. We'll start on the Pacers side here. Anything stand out to you here for Indiana?
So even though Monte Ellis is questionable, I feel like that has more to do with Stuckey and Miles. I'm sorry, just Stuckey being out. Like, I feel like he'll be limited even if he comes back. And if he's limited, Jeff Teague against John Wall is just staring at me on DraftKings. 7,200. I know he put up a huge dud against Chicago, but boy, oh boy, against Washington, pace up for Indiana, I believe, or like basically pace neutral. Like, I don't know how I say no.
And just to go off of what you were saying with Monte Ellis, like, you know, right before Christmas, they said he was going to be reevaluated in 2 weeks. I think that was the 21st or 22nd, because I remember talking about it on the podcast. And now they're just all of a sudden a week later, not even a week later, saying that he's good to go. So,
he's upgraded to questionable. So, like, normally upgrades are good, right? But in this kind of situation, it could be like just play 10 to 12 minutes off the bench or not play, but then play their next game. So, like, I don't think you can treat him as in, but I certainly think it's more likely than just being like, all right, we have to go all in on Glenn Robinson.
Any interest in Paul George here?
I don't think I've rostered Paul George one time this year. I'm not starting now.
Yeah, one tournament play that I don't hate here. I've been playing power forwards against Washington all season. Thaddeus Young has been playing really good lately. I don't even know what it attests to, but the minutes have been really solid for him lately. The fantasy points have been there, and this is a really good matchup for him.
What's his price on FanDuel? Because I'm not playing him at the DraftKings price.
He's 5,200 on FanDuel.
Yeah, he's 58 on DK. Like, no chance on DraftKings. 52 on FanDuel is definitely a solid play.
Yeah, well, at 52 on FanDuel, getting that 5 to 6x, he could definitely put up 30 fantasy points in the spot. He put up 28 against them a week ago or a week and a half ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I agree with you. 58, probably a little too high there, but on FanDuel, I could definitely get behind it. Anybody else here for Indiana?
Miles Turner is interesting, 6,300 on DraftKings. He's a guy that's got 40 to 44 point upside. Anytime he's under 6,500, I'm going to have interest because he's gone over 40 in 3 of his last 10. So, and he won't be 30% on this slate. So probably some value there in tournaments.
Yeah, and he had a really good game against this team earlier last week. Washington They played Washington. He had 38 FanDuel points in that game. So the upside's definitely there for Miles Turner. Tournament play only. You can never play that guy in cash games. Washington side of things here. Let's start off with John Wall. This is a really solid spot for Wall. I know you're not a huge John Wall fan, but this is a spot that he could definitely excel in.
What's his price on FanDuel? Because there's no way I'm playing I'm playing him at the DraftKings price.
He's 95 on FanDuel.
Yes, he's 95 on DK. Like, no chance I'm playing for 95 on DK. Maybe 95 on FanDuel, but boy, I think I would rather just pay down at point guard for some of these other guys as opposed to try and play John Wall at his peak salary. But I'm like a John Wall hater, so like you have to take that into account. Like I just never roster the guy. Like I try to find every excuse not to roster John Wall. Just I don't know what it is. It's just I just refuse to believe the guy is any good at basketball, and I just the guy has made 1 3 in his last 4 games. Like I'm just not a John Wall guy.
Oh, we have a 212 total here. Washington has a really high implied total on the slate. Indiana allowing the 8th most fantasy points. Where are we targeting this Washington team against Indiana?
I love Bradley Beal. 6,400 on DraftKings. He was about like 1,000 too cheap.
Yeah, I don't mind the spot for Bradley Beal, especially if we get news that like Ellis is back and Beal's going to get some matchup with Ellis. Ellis is not good on the defensive side.
Beal took 19 shots in 30 minutes in the first time. Like if he gets like closer to 33, 34 minutes, might take 20 plus shots at 6,400. I can definitely get on board there.
You have DraftKings pulled up and they have the splits there. Isn't Beal scoring more fantasy points at home this season?
Let's find out. Yeah, but he's still at 30 DK on the road. And again, though, this is like a good matchup on the road. He's at home. Why
he's at home.
This game was at Indianapolis. Oh, even better.
So I'm saying he's at home here. Like, is this a spot? I feel like I'm with you here on Bradley Beal. I feel like it's a spot that he could definitely. We'll just be like hoping that Wall just doesn't do his thing and Bradley Beal. Porter coming off a big game. Any interest there in Porter?
Yeah, I was just gonna see because my models what got me on him last game, and I don't see much love here for Otto Porter, so I think that's a pass. It doesn't hate him. I will say it doesn't hate him, but
Gortat's a solid cash game play on every slate. Still only 6K over there on FanDuel. Like, if you want to pay down at center, you want to go kind of mid-range. He's just a guy that's going to play a ton of minutes, and he put up 35, which was 7x in this game earlier this season.
Yeah, be careful. Jason Smith was out for that game. So, but 42 minutes against the Bucks is a good sign. But Jason Smith is back. The 40-plus minutes every game days are probably past Gortat at this point for a bit.
And last but not least, any interest in Keith here?
Kind of. 5,100. I mean, the price is still too low on the guy.
What do you put into Markeith's home and road splits? Like I saw a thing the other day. He's averaging more minutes on the road. He's averaging more fantasy points. His shooting's better. Like, what do you put into that?
More that Kelly Oubre and those role guys play better at home, and then on the road they need to play the veteran Markeith. I haven't dug into it, but I would guess that's what the situation is.
Yeah, it's just something that I read the other day, and I just wanted to get your take on it before we moved on.
Yeah, Oubre's home road splits are he's awful on the road and good at home. So that's probably exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we just stick to Markieff on the road. Who knows? Charlotte at Orlando. We kind of already talked about this game a little bit. So 199 total in this game. Orlando favored by 3.5 in this game. Evan Fournier questionable. Bellinelli for Charlotte already ruled out. We'll start with Charlotte and Nicholas Batum. Man, this guy has been playing phenomenal lately.
This feels like the Batum regression spot, doesn't it?
He has over 40 fantasy points in 5 of his last 6 games. We know this guy, and we love this type of player. He can fill the stat sheet. That's what we love.
Yeah, I wish he was facing a team with more active wings, even if they're like bad active wings, like Brooklyn. Like Jody Meeks and Aaron Gordon aren't exactly like the active ball handling wings that Batum can kind of capitalize with those steals and blocks. I mean, obviously, I'll have some in the game stacks, but I think we're paying the peak salary here, and I think it's wise to look in another direction.
What's his price on DK?
79.
Yeah, see, I'm much more interested at 76 on FanDuel. Like 76 just seems a little too cheap.
Yeah, like Kemba's 8,000 on DK. Like the Kemba's 100 more.
Oh man, Kemba in the spot. Magic, they continue to struggle with point guards, ranked 19th in DVP against point guards this season. This just seems like a spot. Kemba coming off of a dud that he can definitely get back on track.
He also dudded against the Magic last time in this spot. Thanks, Kemba. You got to believe the Boo Birds are going to be out for you in this game. Oh,
yeah, we're gonna
major
have to,
heartbreak earlier in the season for me. But I'm gonna fire up some Kemba. 8K is probably like honestly a little too expensive for Kemba, but I'm just gonna roster him anyways. The thing about Kemba this year, and I want to get your take on this, is like he's just not taking 20+ shot attempts anymore.
that probably goes hand in hand with why Batum is playing so good. Like his scoring,
But this is like more than like a 3-game sample. Like Batum, like was doing fine, but those games before, but it wasn't like he was just going absolutely bananas. He's still only taking his 10 to 12 shots. Like if Kemba's not taking 20+ shots consistently, like can he really pay off 8K? I'm not quite sure.
yeah. When we look at Batum's last 6 games, he has 20 actual points in 5 of those games. So like, and we look back in the beginning of the season in the first so that's 6. So the first 19 games or the next 19 games, he only had 1 game over 24 or 20. So like Batum starting to score more, I think is really affecting Kemba.
God, I hate to say this because I'm going to the game, but boy, does this feel like just a complete stay away.
I feel like if you're gonna have exposure to Kemba, you have to have exposure to Batum on a different team. Like I feel like one of them does really well and the other one doesn't.
This is the lowest total on the board, Stevie.
Oh, of course. No, it's tied. Milwaukee at Detroit's 199 as well.
Yeah, boy, game stack or bust. Like I just don't see this. Like I really think you need double overtime if you're playing guys in this game. I really do.
Don't mind MKG. The minutes have been up the last 3. We know Bellinelli's out. 4,700 on FanDuel. Small forward where you have to play 2 guys. I could definitely get behind. He was super chalk the other night too.
Yeah. What about on DraftKings at 48? Is that you starting to get a little worried there?
Yeah, you need what 28 fantasy points at that point.
For cash, probably need like 35 in tournaments.
Probably a stay away from me. I feel like this is what you were saying. We're gonna game stack this game and then kind of stay away from it.
Yeah, I kind of feel really good about that because I can see this game being one of those ugly like 80 to 80 games at the end of regulation that turns into a double overtime 110-109 game, and everyone's like, "Oh, come on, how did you play this game? Like, get out of here, fish."
And then on the Magic side, like Vucevic's minutes are under 30 right now. The one guy that I'm really interested in here is Serge Ibaka. Like he has been playing really good, and I was the first person to criticize the Magic going out and getting Ibaka, but he's actually been really solid for them.
Yeah, but whatever. I mean, again, like, I just don't really want to target bigs against. Like, where's the value in this game? There's no value. It's just you're paying sticker price for everybody.
Not Jeff Green.
Oh God.
Oh
yeah, man. Let me tell you, he did take 11 shots last game and still only got 9 DK points. If that can't scare you off, I don't know what will.
Oh, the best thing about it is I get the game stack Jeff Green because I'm there. You guys remember us talking about week 1 when Theo Riddick, the chest bump happened? You guys won't even imagine what happens if Jeff Green goes off in the spot.
No, because I won't own him.
Oh, yeah, you will. You'll have some game stack. I'm going to make sure you have at least one Jeff Green team just because he's going to be 1% owned, and he is all the time, and I'm just a sucker for this guy. Aaron Gordon had a really good game against Memphis. They relied on him to score a lot in that game. I don't think this is a spot you necessarily want to chase that game. it's just the Magic. The minutes are just so hard to project on the Magic side. Like, I don't even think you game stack this game if you're not going to the game like me and CJ.
Double overtime, baby. That's the only thing we're looking for at this point.
Oh man, we're gonna be hammered if we get double overtime. New York at Atlanta, no total out in this game, which I thought was really weird. Courtney Lee.
Paul Millsap's questionable, according to my notes.
Oh really?
Yep, I've got Paul Millsap as questionable.
He was poked in the eye and came back to the game though. That's all it was.
Yeah, let's see. Just my Vegas like it lists the injuries that they're waiting on, and they have Paul Millsap as questionable. So maybe he's not officially questionable, but they think he might be in doubt. So I guess keep your eye on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's no other reason this game wouldn't be out, right?
But yeah, because Courtney Lee being questionable and Tim Hardaway being questionable, I thought that was weird that the line wasn't out because of that.
Yeah, no, that's why I like looking at these nice Vegas sites because they kind of tell me I got Paul Millsap with a question mark. So just to give you guys it has Evan Fournier with a question mark. So maybe there's more to that than we know, but just keep your eye out in the morning.
Yeah, well, Fournier is the one that I said questionable in the game before this. But, all right, well, let's start with the New York side here against Atlanta. Do we dare go Derrick Rose? We love point guards against Atlanta.
We like point guards that take a lot of shots and have high usage against Atlanta. I can't think of a better descriptor than Derrick Rose.
Listen, that's why I went initially right to Derrick Rose when I said it. Like, this just seems like a spot that he could really do well in.
I think it's a great tournament spot. I mean, he shot 5 for 14 the first time these teams met, but give him 8 for 14 or 8 for 19, extrapolate it out, and it looks a little different at this 6,300 price tag. 36 doesn't sound completely unreasonable, and neither does 42.
Yeah,
like those high end outcomes, sure, but it's not like you're laughing at me when I say that.
No, I'm not for sure. I'm definitely interested here in Derrick Rose. Outside of that,
if Courtney Lee sits, what are we doing with Brandon Jennings?
I'm probably not playing him.
Okay, what are we doing with Justin Holiday?
He would be. I was gonna say that'd be the guy. Like when Courtney Lee sat last time, Holiday was the one that got the start, and he was the one that excelled in. I think that it was Minnesota early in December, right? Like, isn't that when Lee sat?
That sounds about right. But then you have the Ron Baker thing. He was getting minutes. Maybe it's just a stay away.
Let's see. He sat.
Actually, they just assigned him to the D League a couple days ago, but they could bring him back.
All right. Well, let's pull up our good friend Court IQ here. Courtney Lee missed Sacramento and Minnesota, and those are both the games that Holiday went over 20.
God, would you say Minnesota and Sacramento?
Yeah.
Wow, those are like dreamy matchups, huh?
Atlanta's not much better, is it?
No.
Much worse.
No, they're not much worse, I guess.
Courtney Lee off the court. Let's see what we got here. You guys haven't checked out Court IQ on Roto Grinders. You guys are just missing out.
Yeah, Eric Crane checked it out for the first time today and then immediately went and just won all the money.
Yeah, I saw that for sure. Let's see. Our boy Holiday does get, in fact, a nice little bump with Courtney Lee off the court. So if we get news that Courtney Lee's out, Holiday is the starter, I'm definitely going to have some interest in Holiday's min salary on FanDuel. That always frees up stuff for you. And if you can get 20 points out of a min salary guy, that's going to definitely do well for you. Any interest in Carmelo or Porzingis here?
No, but I got, speaking of a mini narrative street, I'm going to be hanging out with RotoCan tomorrow. Got to get myself some Joakim Noah exposure, right?
We have to have some Noah. Like, there's just no way that's not going to happen.
I mean, like, in all joking aside, he's played 30, 22, 28 his last 3. They haven't played since Christmas, so he's had 2 days worth of rest here. Against Dwight Howard, they're going to need him on the floor. Like, it's kind of a sneaky good spot.
Yeah, that's another guy that can just fill up the stat sheet that doesn't need to score to hit value. So don't mind Noah. Looking at the Atlanta side of things here, if Courtney Lee is out, that bumps down. We love shooting guards against New York, but a lot of that has to do with Courtney Lee's just awful on defense.
Yeah, remind me of this tomorrow when I try to shove Kyle Korver or Kent Bazemore into teams. Remind me of that.
Yeah,
Because that's one of those things I feel like I'll forget. Because I remember last time I forgot and came back to bite me really hard.
What's a Cephalosha guy that I continue to play?
Oh.
He's definitely not a
He's
tournament
got
player.
no cap. What's his price on FanDuel? Like 4,600 on DraftKings is like the definition of stay away.
4,600 on FanDuel.
Nah. Wouldn't you just rather roster the guy that was 4,700 we just talked about?
I don't remember.
Like MKG?
Yeah, probably in cash. I would probably lean there, but I don't mind Cephalosha in cash. Not a tournament play whatsoever. You want to talk about a guy that could really go ape in this game? If we hear anything about his minutes, like Dwight Howard, this is a great spot for him. We're looking at a team who ranks second in DVP, second worst in DVP against centers this season. New York has really struggled with centers, and I love Noah, but I don't see Noah or Kyle O'Quinn being able to shut down Howard.
Hey, did Noah play this first game this year against Atlanta?
Let's look.
Because if he did, I got some stats.
He did not.
Yeah, I had a feeling because Dwight kind of went bananas. But either way, like Dwight's been kind of on fire lately. Like, I mean, he just put up 20 and 12 against Cat in 21 minutes. Like, oh boy, I think he's in play for tournaments. What's his price on FanDuel? Like 7,300 on DraftKings is a little tough, but probably workable.
He's 8K on FanDuel.
No,
we would have to hear. You would have to hear the minutes. Like you'd have to hear.
You still can't play him at 8K.
At 30 minutes against New York, I could.
Just play him all in on DraftKings. Like, why would you deal with that variance?
Yeah, and well, you had talked about Millsap being questionable. If Millsap misses this game,
that's a different story, right? Like if Millsap's out and Howard plays, it's just lock them in across the board, and where you're not seeing stacking Charlotte or Orlando.
Oh, if Millsap is out and Chris Humphrey gets the start.
Oh, stop it. He's center only eligible on DraftKings. Like, there's no chance. God, what was up with all these freaking bigs? And, like, did Minnesota get bad against bigs and I just missed the boat? Because even Chris Humphries had 22 DK in 11 minutes.
I don't know how.
Did I miss the memo about, like, Karl-Anthony Towns-Jang just being bad at D now? Yeah. I have to go look at that because, like, these box scores are just, like, all illuminating.
Let's move on though. That's it for that game. Let's talk about Milwaukee at Detroit. 199 total in this game. Detroit favored by 3.5. We'll start with the Bucks here. Giannis's price is starting to get to the point where it makes him tough to play.
Yeah, he's also just really good at basketball though. I'm done. I didn't play him in that Washington game, and at halftime I felt like an idiot. He had like 40 and I ended up with 50, so it worked out. But yeah, I'm done with Giannis for a while.
Yeah, his price is up there.
He just needs, at this price, he has to get you 30 real life points, and I just don't think he can do it consistently. Like, you got to prove it to me.
And a tough matchup. Detroit's been really solid on defense this season. The thing is, though, they really struggle with point guards. So if he's playing the point, like, man,
you want to guess how many threes Giannis averages a game?
Shots or
makes?
2.3.
No. He's under 1.
Okay.
0.66 threes a game. So on DraftKings, like if you can't make threes and you don't do blocks and you don't do steals, it's tough for you to like pay off this 10K plus price tag consistently.
In a tough matchup too.
Yeah, just complete stay away. I think there's only 2 guys in this game worth mentioning, to be honest. Unless it's a KCP day, which you can tell me. Go ahead and tell me now if it is.
No, I don't like KCP in the spot.
Okay, so now we're back to 2 guys that matter in this game. Both are small forward eligible. One is Tobias Harris. We talked about him on an extensive length on the Monday podcast. Came in at 1%, which was just honestly I thought was just really a mistake. And again, he took 14 shots off the bench and what was a slow game. And he's 5,500. But he's coming off the bench. He's gonna get defenses from like Michael Beasley and Teletovic. Yes, and yes, right?
Yeah, I'm 100% with you. We talked about this. You know, we had looked at the slate a little bit while we were eating dinner tonight, and we had talked about it a little bit then. And like players coming off the bench with high usage, it's a thing. Like I've been saying this for 2 years now. It's a thing.
Yeah, and it's just I just like the situation for him coming off the bench, and it's just when you get those bench defenses, it can really make a difference for a gunner. Now on FanDuel only. Echo this. I'm saying this one more time. FanDuel only. Marcus Morris is a cash lock, and he probably is nearing tournament lock at that price. Go look
40,
at
4,400. I know.
4,200 by my math. It's 4,400.
4,400 on FanDuel.
Did my pricing not update the model? I'll shut this down then. 4,400 though. Like, I'm gonna play 33 minutes in this game. It's really hard for him to just completely bust and kill you in cash at that price, and has massive profit potential.
I'm pulling it up too. I'm pretty sure that they're really bad against small forwards too.
But he plays the 4. Remember, he plays the 4. He defends the 4, plays the 4.
I thought Lur's been playing the 4 ever since they.
Oh shoot! I keep forgetting about that. You're right. So he's playing 3 now.
Yeah, he's playing the 3 now. Like that's why he had.
So here's the thing, like, right? So against start, like, I'm sure, it'll be a tough matchup at the start if they put Giannis on him. But he'll play a lot of minutes too with that bench with Tobias at the 4. Like, yeah. I'm not too worried about the situation at that price. Like, first time this year, he got 16 shot attempts off in this game.
Yeah, and the Bucks are allowing the 4th most fantasy points per game to opposing small forwards. So at 4,400, I like that call a lot on FanDuel.
It's only 46 on DK. That's not outrageous either.
You know, Tony Snell is going to go bonkers in this game too, right?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that game.
It was just because all these guys were out, right? Like Telovich was out. Wasn't Novak?
No, he just got hot. I mean, props to, like, at least the team being like, if the guy can't miss, why don't you just keep giving him the ball? What's it matter what his name is?
Well, Richard Vaughn was out and Telovich was out in that Monday game too. So.
But if you're shooting 6 for 11 from 3, like, if you make 2 of your first 3, they just keep feeding you the ball and you don't miss. Like, why wouldn't they keep feeding you?
Because he's Tony Snell. Let's move on. Brooklyn.
Hold on. I don't think we can quite move on yet because people asked about what happened to Brogdon. What happened to Brogdon was when we did the pod, we thought Beasley was out. Beasley came back, and Beasley stole all the Brogdon usage. So Brogdon, for me, is on the perma fade list until they realize, A, that he's just needs to get more shots, or B, Beasley gets hurt again.
What about the bigs in this game? What about the centers here? Drummond against Henson and Monroe. Henson against Drummond. Like, is there value here?
If I had any clue what they were gonna do.
Oh, minutes. You're just not there. Like, it's just so tough to project the minutes for these guys.
Yeah, and the problem is the first time they played, this was back when they were playing all 3 bigs still. So they all played like 17 minutes. So we have like absolutely no clue what they're going to do. Since Jason Kidd has moved Miles Plumlee to the back end of the bench, it should be a split between Henson Monroe. I would think that they would try to match Henson with Drummond and Monroe on Baines, but that's a pure speculation play.
What about Drummond? We like bigs against Milwaukee.
We do?
He went for 61 fantasy points in this game.
Yeah, but that was again, like, that was against, like, freaking Miles Plumlee. Like, I will say the rebound number, that the 20+ rebounds against a team that takes a ton of terrible jump shots, probably, like, sustainable.
The price too, 71 on DK, 75 on FanDuel. Like, the price is solid.
I guess if I'm projecting him for like 17 rebounds, I have to play him, right?
Anything over 15 is when you start, looking at Drummond, right? When the ceiling starts becoming there.
He's a home run split guy too. It's a good matchup. Like, Milwaukee just takes so many bad jump shots, so many bad, and they try to take layups at the rim too. Yeah, I guess we will take. I guess we'll put Drummond on a list somewhere.
I wrote him down too. I like this spot for him. All right, moving on. Chicago, Brooklyn. This game's in Chicago. We have a 213.5 total. Chicago favored by 9.5. Jeremy Lin is questionable. He hurt his hamstring in that game on Monday. I would probably project him more on the doubtful side if he missed that. If he didn't return to the game with a hamstring injury that he strained. Strained is a lot different than just a sore hamstring. So we'll have to see how that plays out. We'll start with the Brooklyn side. If we get news that Lin is in or out, what are you thinking here with Brooklyn?
Well, if Lin's out, it's all to Kilpatrick. We're back to playing Kilpatrick. I mean, DraftKings did a good job here. They pumped his price up a little bit, but still probably not high enough for me to get too scared off.
Yeah, he's 5,300 on FanDuel too. Like, all right, so using Chord IQ again, I'm just going to keep plugging this tool. It's just such a great tool.
Kilpatrick's usage is going to go through the roof with Lin off the floor.
With Jeremy Lin off the floor, he averages 28.2% usage. It's a massive bump. He averages 0.93 fantasy points per minute, so almost a fantasy point per minute for Kilpatrick.
That's all right.
Yeah, love this tool. If you guys haven't checked it out, again, it's right there at the top of the page on Roto Grinders, Chord IQ. It's great too.
It's free, right? Pretty sure it's free tool.
Free tool.
We should talk about moving that into the premium. That's ridiculous if that's free, but all
right. So the usage goes up for Kilpatrick when Lin's on the floor, or when Lin's off the floor. It goes down for Brook Lopez. His usage goes down with Lin off the floor.
Kind of makes sense. Those easy pick and pops probably aren't quite as easy with Kilpatrick, who drives a little harder down that lane.
Yeah, Kilpatrick, a guy that I definitely like in this matchup. If we get news that Lin is out, anything else from Brooklyn here?
What do you think about they moved Bojan to the bench and he couldn't miss? Well, I can't play him, but I'm gonna watch, see what happens there second time around.
I'm gonna have to record this game. It's so sad that I'm gonna have to record a Brooklyn game because I'm with you. Like, he got a lot of usage in that game moving to the bench.
Yeah, we'll have to follow that on the DK Live app.
Any interest in Lopez here or Trevor Booker? We like bigs against Chicago.
I just can't pull the trigger.
Booker's minutes are way down. Let's note that.
Booker's minutes have been down every time that they can win a game. They just freaking bench the guy. It's just so stupid. It's like they're really like. I mean, again, as a Celtics fan, I think I see this every pod because I can play him with the Trevor Booker minutes. But whatever, I'm over it. Like, Trevor Booker is one of their best players. I'm not going to play him. That's fine. Just give the Celtics the #1 overall pick. I, as a fan, appreciate it.
Brook Lopez over 38 fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games. Price makes him a little tougher to play, but definitely a tournament play. His usage as a center at 28% is just so high.
Well, we got brother on brother crime here in this game, but for me, I would just find the extra 300 for Drummond.
Chicago side, Jimmy Butler bounce back spot, yes.
Yeah, hopefully he just plays 4 quarters. That's the only negative. That's the only possible downside.
But Brooklyn's been that team that have, they're awful, but they stay in games.
Yeah, but this is just a bad situation. This is a bad matchup for Brooklyn. Like, it's a team that can kind of lock down defensively on them. Like, where's the guy on Brooklyn other than Kilpatrick that you think can score points on Brooklyn?
Well, Lopez, but
against his brother, I mean, it's not exactly ideal.
Yeah, Bojan.
Like, where's the? It's just. I worry about Brooklyn's ability to score the basketball in this game. He's 8,400 on DraftKings. I think that's kind of a stay away. What's he on FanDuel? Is he like 82 or something?
85. That makes Butler tough.
It really does. It's just game. I don't even want to game stack it.
What about just playing like Rondo at 5,700?
Just play your Kilpatrick and Butler together?
Yeah, you could do that.
Just chase the ceiling together. I don't mind that idea.
Dwayne Wade definitely in play. Rondo's in play. Like, Brooklyn allows the most fantasy points per game. They're ranked in the bottom 2 in every position in DVP against They're 29th in point guards, 29th in shooting guards, last against small forwards and centers, and 29th against power forwards. Like Taj Gibson even in play in this game at 5K over on FanDuel.
We sure Dwayne Wade isn't going to rest on us?
This could definitely be a Dwayne Wade rest spot.
I was wondering why that. You said the spread was 9, and I kind of like got a little alarm bell in my head.
Did they play Thursday?
I don't know. I'd have to look. Let's pull up the DK Live app. It's the best place I know to go look for schedules super quick.
Yeah, because they didn't. They had a day off on Tuesday.
Let's see what we got here. Now, if they do play, they've normally been playing him on the home end and sitting him on the road end. They don't play.
Yeah, he should play then, unless they just want to give him a day off against a terrible team.
You would think. Yeah, I just keep an eye out. Obviously, that would change the whole situation.
Is Merritt?
Oh, hey, Joe Harris starting. We're not playing him at 3,200, right? He played 11 minutes in the starting role. Good effort, buddy. Never mind.
What about Meritic? Like, have you noticed his last 5 games since they put him back in the rotation?
Yeah, he can't miss. Congratulations. Silvergrass back to earth. No problem.
Against Brooklyn, though?
He's 4,600. Pass.
He's 45 on FanDuel.
No, stop. He's not.
I have interest.
Congratulations. Like, he can possibly make value if he shoots the lights out. We can do way better on a big slate.
But if Chicago's blowing them out,
we can do way better on a big slate. This isn't a 4-game slate where we should have just played Julius Randle and not overthought it. Like, let's just move on.
Clippers at New Orleans. 204 total in this game. New Orleans favored by 4. New Orleans favored by
Austin Rivers.
You know, Chris Paul questionable, JJ Redick questionable. Haven't really seen any news here about either one of these guys besides they're just questionable. This game is a 8:00 start, an hour after lock. Hopefully we get the news, right?
No, just play Austin Rivers in the revenge game. You think Chris Paul's going to come back and ruin Austin Rivers' revenge day? Please.
Well, Rivers could start even if Paul comes back, right? And he started at the 2.
Yeah, but whatever. Just Austin Rivers' revenge. Let him go completely bananas. No one's going to play him at 4,900. I will. Like, he's going to go bananas.
Love this spot for Jamal Crawford, especially if Redick's out.
I just what's his price on FanDuel? Because his DraftKings price is just
he's 5K on FanDuel.
Yeah, that's way more palatable than 54 in DK.
Yeah, well, where you're needing 25 to 30 instead of needing 30 to 35.
Yeah, it's just I mean, so bustable too. Like,
if we get news that Redick's out, Jamal Crawford's a cash game play.
If we get news that Felton's not starting, I actually might have interest in Crawford again.
Oh man,
we don't know how sick Felton is. Like, he ended up playing 31 minutes off the bench, but did not look very healthy.
Yeah, but that was 2 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, but like, you can get sick for multiple days.
Come on. Trainers in the NBA, get him back in the game. Let's go.
Either way, his price of DraftKings is ballooned to 4,700. I would just much rather play Austin Rivers for 200 more. I'll play the narrative street. Doc gets his son some minutes. Gets a team that left him for dead in the NBA.
Any interest in the bigs here on the Clippers side?
No. Oh, hey, I missed Wesley Johnson was actually played minutes day. That was depressing. Don't hate him at 3K. Like, you have a problem with Jeff Green, I have a Wes Johnson problem. And we all know that the Pelicans have exactly 0 wing defenders. None.
Yeah, I agree with you. New Orleans at home here. Just fire up Anthony Davis.
No chance.
Yes.
No chance.
Yes.
No chance.
Yes.
Look, I've been rushing Brow for like a week, but here's the problem. He's just not scoring enough real-life points.
He's back at home.
11-1. He's been at home his last 3 games.
28, 28, and 34.
That's not going to get done in 11-1.
Those were just points.
Yeah, but he's just not getting the blocks and the steals to like be this elite tournament option. Like, he doesn't make threes. he's priced like a high-end superstar, like a James Harden, and like it's tough for Anthony Davis to kind of do that. He just doesn't. He's not. I don't know. He's just not he's not a shot hog enough to do it. Like he's just. Like I think he's fine. I'm just not rushing to play him at over 11K. Especially with everyone healthy, they're kind of just like everyone's taking shots. Like if Anthony Davis was being a bad bully and just taking the 25 shots he deserved, I would play him. But 14, 17, 26, 30, that's good. 12, 17, it's just like until I see the guy consistently try to act like a superstar, I can't pay a superstar price for him.
Terrence Jones missed the game because of a sickness, came back, only played 12 minutes in the next game. Like, is this?
Dante Cunningham's minutes cap got lifted.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. So
we're done with Terrence Jones again. Man, I hate the Pelicans.
Yeah, I can't believe that they're playing Dante Cunningham 37 minutes over Terrence Jones. Just okay. Whatever.
I'm super tilted. I've been playing Terrence Jones.
By the way, 3,200 for a small forward who's going to play 35 minutes. I'm just saying. I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying.
Oh, man. If we get news that Tyreke Evans' minutes restriction comes off, God, that's going to be such a grand day.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned it to our listeners, but we'll just keep mentioning it every time we see his price like drop another 400.
God.
Like, what minutes cap would you play him? I would play him at 24. If I got 22 to 24, I'm in.
Yeah, if we got the news like Tyreke Evans minutes back over 20, like I'm in.
Yeah, absolutely.
God.
If for some reason we got like 25 plus, it would just be shove, shove, shove.
Drew Holiday is a fine tournament play.
Why is he playing no minutes?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, but
like he played 36 last game after playing like 27 the game before, even though he was shooting 40% better than Alvin Gentry and Mike Malone go to the same school for managing minutes. It makes no sense. Like at least Jason Kidd, like if you make your shots, you play. Like you know how simple that is to figure out. Like yeah, it's tilting, but like at least you can, like it makes sense. Like yes, you play well, you play more. Like what an amazing concept, right?
What a great concept that is. Moving on, Phoenix at San Antonio, 213.5 total here. San Antonio favored by 14.5 in this game. Wow. Yeah. This
14.5.
They're
a little ambitious, doesn't it?
Not at home, man. They'll probably blow out the Suns here. The Suns have been playing awful.
Boy, that feels a little ambitious. Like they're giving the Spurs a team total of 114. Boy, oh boy, does that feel a little ambitious.
Well, anybody from the Suns that you like in this game?
I kind of like Eric Bledsoe at 7,000. Like everyone just like GK has this team pricing, and I keep rostering point guards against the Spurs, and it's been a pretty successful exercise, and I'm probably going to go back to the well here.
Spurs beat them by 15 in Phoenix earlier this month.
I mean, beat them by 15 again. That's fine. They'll play 4 quarters. But even at like 7K, like Bledsoe's ceiling here is just a massive for a guy at 7K.
Bledsoe,
like he put up 42 on Houston in 3 quarters.
Yeah, nobody really went off in this game. The first game against these two guys. What
did Bledsoe do?
I don't know fantasy points. I'm just looking at the box score. He played 30. He played 30 minutes. He was 5 for 14. He had 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and 2 turnovers with 14 points.
So if he just shoots a bit better, he's in the 30s. Yeah, I think the price is too cheap to completely ignore.
And nobody really went, like I said, nobody really went bonkers on either team here. The Spurs were really spread out between Aldridge, Leonard, and Gasol were all really spread out.
This is the LMA you just immediately fade spot, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for those who are like, his ownership's gonna be through the roof because of his 2 best games of the season. Like, if he puts up a third one, so be it. But this is the spot. Like, this is like a DeMar DeRozan type fade for us. We're not gonna chase those type of game logs.
Yeah, it was at Portland. At Portland.
At Houston and then Chicago, and what was an awful spot for Chicago on Christmas. And he couldn't miss in the first half, 11 for 11. Like,
he scored 33 actual points. That's the highest total he has all season. So
I think it might have been his career high. Like, it was something insane. Like, yeah, I just passed.
Oh, I doubt it was his career high. He had some massive games in Portland.
Maybe it was like a Spur high or something. I just know that there was a stat. Maybe it was the first half high. Either way.
What I'm saying is, with 44 FanDuel points, he had 33 actual points. This is the great spot to jump off. I'm with CJ here. Kawhi Leonard is fine. His price just makes him really tough to play at 8,500 on FanDuel. It's just more price. Like, Kawhi is probably a top 3 player in the league as far as both ways go. He's so good on offense and so good on defense. Just phenomenal. But I can't pay this price for him in this matchup.
Why?
Because
if you told me if I told you he was going to guard Devin Booker, would you play him?
If I'm playing him, I'm playing Bledsoe. I'm making a mini game stack because the game has to stay close.
The block and steal upside on Kawhi if he guards Booker is just super high.
Let's see.
I don't think he would have guarded Booker the first time around. He put a 42 in 27 minutes the first time around, but he wouldn't have guarded Booker because Booker wasn't shooting well.
I just don't know. Like, even if they stick him on Bledsoe, I guess the steal upside's there. I
don't think he's too slow for Bledsoe. I don't think that's really a viable solution.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't hate the spot. I don't hate this. But again, it's more of a FanDuel play, right? I just don't play traditional small forwards on DraftKings unless I'm really forced to, or LeBron's on the slate. So
and on FanDuel, don't we just pay down? Like, that's my thing on FanDuel this year. I just pay down a small forward every slate.
Yeah, I don't hate paying down. Certainly if I was going to pay down, there's a guy in an amazing spot we haven't talked about yet. Yeah, I guess I don't see a world in which I'm probably playing Leonard on this slate, but I don't hate it. Like, if you want to be contrarian in a tournament, I think it's a great pivot spot.
But if you're going to do that, you have to play somebody from the Suns. You want 4 quarters.
No, you don't.
You want 4 quarters.
Kawhi can go for 45 and 3 quarters.
But 45 is not the upside you're looking for at 8,500.
I'm not going to get my – what's Bledsoe's price on FanDuel?
Bledsoe's price on FanDuel is 7,500.
Well, I guess you could do that. I thought you were going to tell me like 8K or something. So
no,
I guess that's viable.
Bledsoe's had a couple bad games. His price has come down a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else here in this game? Anything else?
No, I think that's kind of it.
TJ Warren's minutes are back, just so you guys know. High bench usage. Anyway.
Yeah, have fun with that in this matchup. Next.
Minnesota at Denver, 217.5 here. Denver favored by 4. We'll start with the Timberwolves here. Anything that you love for Minnesota?
Towns' price is still too cheap from Christmas Day. But they cut him down. He cut his price down on Christmas Day, and they haven't brought him back up yet. I think we got one more good cat game at under 9K on DraftKings.
He's 9,100 on FanDuel.
He's only 87 on DK.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I love this spot for Ricky Rubio and Zach LaVine. Like, this is the spot you play Zach LaVine everywhere.
I mean, Cat did go for a 60 burger in this spot earlier this year.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you on Cat. I said Cat's fine.
Oh, I thought you were saying you liked.
No, yeah, I was just moving on to the next plays. That's all.
I don't mind LaVine. That guy is just so flaky. I don't really want to trust it. And I'm never playing Ricky Rubio just on a full slate. Just nope.
Never happening. He didn't play against this team earlier this year, for what it's worth.
So Cat put up a 60 burger with no point guard for the pick and roll.
Uh-oh.
I'm serious. Like, that's basically what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Jokic foul trouble incoming.
Oh, Jokic. God, I can't get this guy right. I can't get Denver right. I'm done. Although
like this just feels like he had 3 fouls in 14 minutes last time these teams played. Like this is just the ultimate fade Jokic spot. Just fade it.
Don't you remember us talking about Jokic and like against the Clippers, and we're like, oh, we're just off of him, of course, obviously at the game. I cannot get him right.
I don't think I've gotten Denver right since like the Wilson Chandler month where we just were on Wilson Chandler every day. I feel like that's the last time I got Denver right.
He made me money the other night.
That's right. Yeah, you were on Jokic. I was off.
No, I'm saying no. Chandler against Atlanta the other night. I played the 3-game late slate, and Chandler was like 6% owned. It was glorious, my friend. It was glorious.
Sounds glorious. Sounds like fun. Oh yeah, I see. He had a nice gem of a game. I'm done with Denver. I'm really just done. Like they play too many guys. They're too inconsistent. I just don't see a need to play any of these guys on a full slate.
The only guy you can play is Gallinari, right? He's the only one that plays consistent over 30 minutes.
He's also just been playing crash tag terrible.
Yeah, his price makes him a little tougher to play. But like, if you're wanting to play
free
somebody,
throws. Sorry, Steve, I didn't mean to hop in there. Yeah, like if he starts going to the free throw line 10 to 12 times a game, I'll hop back on. But I just don't. I think this is more of a 2-game blip than like a thing.
I'm just saying the one guy that I feel comfortable with rostering from Denver is Gallinari. His minutes have been consistent.
I don't feel consistent rostering anyone who wears a Nuggets jersey.
And you know what happens after I just said that? Like Gallinari plays 20 minutes tonight, just so you guys know.
Just whatever. Well, let's move on. Let's move on to the final 2 games of the day. Like you can just stack these final 2 games. Like if you have to work, just stack this game up, go back to work, drive home, take a nap, wake up at 10 o'clock Eastern, fire on these fire 2 games, baby, because you could build some great teams with just these games.
We'll be getting out of the Magic game around this time. We'll be heading to downtown Orlando this time. Oh, yeah. Sacramento at Portland. Aaron Afalo questionable. Damian Lillard is doubtful for this game. So it's good when we get doubtful tags. Usually, unless we get during the day, it's upgraded to questionable. Like there's a good chance that he misses this game. Let's just say it. We'll start with Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins. How much DeMarcus Cousins is too much DeMarcus Cousins? He's the best player on the slate, right? Like he's the top player of the slate.
Yes, but
there's no buts. Don't do this to yourself.
There's a but. How much Rudy Gay is too much Rudy Gay?
I don't mind Rudy Gay here.
What if I told you he put up a 56 burger the first time these teams played?
I wouldn't shock.
This game had to go to overtime, right? Hold on. This game had to go to overtime. Like at least one. But I just looked at that minutes, and then I just was like, wait a minute. This game hadn't gone to overtime. I'll pull this up real quick. Like, there's just no way this game didn't go to overtime now that I think about it. Unless Rudy Gay starts playing those type of minutes here. Let's see. They just played a couple days ago, and he wasn't healthy for that game where it was 126-121.
They went to overtime in the first game.
But still only one?
Yeah, only one overtime. It was 120-122.
So even then, he was still on pace to play like 37 minutes, like even if he played all the overtimes too.
He played 43 minutes in that game.
Yeah, still though, like even if you take overtimes only 5 minutes long, so he played 38 in regulation. You would just think on paper this is a good matchup for him. Like he can just overpower Evan Turner and Crab and whatever they want to try to play there. So, I think this is a really sneaky good spot for Rudy Gay. I would probably play him with Boogie on my teams.
Oh, Boogie.
I gotta be honest. Like, this feels like a Boogie trap.
No, don't say that.
It does though.
I'll be with you, and if he busts, I'm blaming you 100%.
It's 11-4. Like, man.
He just went for 76 FanDuel points in this game last week. Yeah, 8 days ago.
Yeah, but there was no Rudy Gay.
Okay, so maybe he just goes for.
And he also shot 60% from the field. Like
he put up 55 actual points in that game.
Mookie hates Portland, though, doesn't he?
And they're terrible against bigs. They're 30th against power forwards and 27th against centers. Like, they're awful against big guys. That's the thing. It's just like, and
All
they're
right,
really,
all right. I need to stop talking myself out of this stupid idea.
yeah, and
All
they're
right, let's
really
move on.
bad against small forwards. So that
What's his price on FanDuel? Please don't tell me 12K.
it's 11K. It's not enough.
Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'll just play 100% on FanDuel. Way easier to pay 11K over there than to pay like 11.4 DK.
Yeah.
So what do we do with Plum Dog? Sucked the one time, went bananas the other time.
I'm not playing him. Cousins is just he can get people in foul trouble so easily. I don't like bigs against him.
I mean, Plumlee was in foul trouble, played 36 minutes and just went bananas.
Like I guess
he had 58 DK points, Stevie. 58.
If you want to roster him in tournaments, I have no issue with it. But
okay, if you want to game stack this, don't you have to include him?
No, because you can just play McCollum.
He put up 58 DK points. He went for 10x a week ago.
McCollum and Rudy Gay with DeMarcus Cousins.
But so you're making the case that freaking Boogie goes for 85, and you're all about that, and you don't want to touch the Plum Dog who just put up a 60 burger.
I'm just saying. You asked me a question. I'm answering your question.
The first game, by the way, Plum Dog played 35 minutes. Let's see. I can do a quick DK point calculation in my head. That's 11, 15. That's a lot of assists. 24, 25. He went up for 34 the first time too, Stevie. I'm in. I'm on the Plum Dog. In.
On the Plum Dog millionaire. Okay.
35 minutes too. 35 minutes in both matchups.
Well, he's gonna play a ton of minutes. They have to have somebody to guard Bogey. Like he's gonna play a ton of minutes. Like
It's the assist numbers too. They ran a lot of offense through him. 7 assists the first time and 5 the second time. If he gets 5 assists, like tough to really kill you at 5,700 unless he just gets in foul trouble and plays no minutes. But whatever.
Let's hold on 1 second. I want to see something real quick now. I'm curious. What has Plumlee done without Lillard on the floor? Guess McCollum's usage on the floor with Lillard off.
33.
34.5.
God, I hate Alan Crabb because he sucked. I hate Crabb. He's such a bad player.
So with Lillard off the floor this year in 100 minutes for Plumlee and McCollum playing together with no Lillard on the floor, they're both averaging over 1.1 fantasy point per minute, and usage is solid for both of them. So definitely have interest now that you have talked me onto it. So when he does, I can blame you.
I'll blame you for not having faith in the guy.
I don't have faith. You're right.
That's never good. You got to have faith in your plays. You got to trust the process. You got to trust the research.
Joe Johnson or James Johnson, baby. He got there.
He did get there. I believed. We believed, and see what happens when we believed. He got us there.
Any interest in Aminu here? The minutes ever since returning?
No.
30, 29, 33.
Yeah. Look, he's gonna have to freaking guard. He's gonna have to either, no, Aminu against Kufis, Aminu against Rudy Gay. No.
Hey, my job is to ask these hard hitting questions. That's all I'm here for.
God, people are gonna play him too. He's gonna be chalk, isn't he?
At 4K, probably.
Oh, that's a great fade. Great fade.
That's it for this game, right? Like, definitely a game stackable game.
I don't think there's anybody else. Don't play Mo Harkless. We talked about Rudy Gay. Evan Turner. Let's talk about Evan Turner.
Why?
God.
Do we have to?
I mean, he's going to run some backup point. That's kind of what his role in Boston was when he kind of crushed.
Yeah, he played 27 minutes against Toronto. Tougher matchup against Toronto. Was filling up the stat sheet pretty solid in that game. So
and he gets Ty Lawson defense if he runs backup point in this matchup.
On FanDuel at 4,700, there's other options that I like more at small forward than him. So I don't think I'm going to go there.
He's shooting guard eligible on DK. That's kind of the appeal there.
Yeah, sure. We good now?
McCollum 76 on DK. You're still good with that?
Yes.
What's he on FanDuel? I'm sure he's like 71.
He is 74. It's just, how do you fade a guy that you know is going to have massive usage? You just can't do it.
Because he can just not have a bad shooting game.
But he's still going to get there. He's going to get there. You have to have faith.
What do you mean though? Like, hold on. If he goes 8 for 23 from the field, I got news for you. He's not getting there.
I'm playing him.
I mean, that's fine, right? I'm totally on board with that. I'm just saying, like, you can't say like he's gonna obviously get there every time. Like, if he's gonna be 60%, there's definitely merit of it. I don't think he gets that high on a 10-game slate. I'm just saying.
When you have the ball in your hand 35% of the time and you're going to play 35 plus minutes, you have to have
chalk busts because of the situations like this, right? Like, it happens.
Oh, sure. I'm not disagreeing with chalk busts.
That's all I'm saying. Like, if you don't want to play CJ McCollum, it's not like the most insane thing on the planet. It's just kind of insane.
Toronto at Golden State, 225.5 total here. Golden State favored by 10, even against Toronto.
All right, fade. This game has no value. Just kidding.
Terrence Ross questionable with a sore left wrist. He left the game, I think it was Monday, and did not return. So have to see how that kind of plays out. That's a guy that we don't typically play, but it's 20 minutes that have to go somewhere, and they could go to a guy like, try not to yell.
Corey Joseph.
Norman Powell is who I was thinking.
You don't think they would try to just play DeRozan at the 3?
They could. It's
like, how exactly is Norman Powell going to stop Kevin Durant? Not that I'm saying that DeMar DeRozan's going to have any more success, but
my thing is, like, if Golden State goes small in this game, what is Toronto going to match with?
That's why I was asking, is Corey Joseph going to take the minutes?
I don't know.
I mean, don't play Jonas, first of all, because I think they're definitely going to try it, right? I think they're definitely going to go small. Draymond's in kind of an interesting, sneaky Draymond spot here.
I think
if they do go small.
Yeah, Draymond's in an excellent spot here.
But yeah, if they go small, I think they have to respond with trying to throw DeRozan on Kevin Durant. I don't think there's another option, is there?
Oh, man.
Norman Powell is like, I like Norman Powell, but he's not physically strong enough. Like, they don't have Neptat anymore. Like, I just don't see what their other options are. Play Damari Carroll 35 minutes. I mean, they've done a really good job of not doing that all season. And the first time
Carroll could play a lot of minutes in this game.
Well, the first time he played, they still only played him 24. Like, they're being very religious about not playing him minutes, no matter the situation.
At the end of the day, you still got to play for the playoffs, and Toronto's pretty much locked into the playoffs at this point.
Right. So, like, why would they press it? So I kind of think it's maybe Corey Joseph. But I think Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan are fine plays. We normally talk about not playing DeMar DeRozan. This isn't one of those days. He's under 8K on DraftKings in a pace up hit spot.
I still like Lowry more, but I do think that DeRozan's in play tonight.
I actually think I like DeRozan more than Lowry.
What about Klay Thompson? 6,500 on DK?
Klay Thompson's been underpriced on DK all year. They kind of just sit him at the 6,300 price tag, and they're like, all right, just play him every day if you want. He's pure points, so he's always a tournament option.
Yeah, he just has those games where he gets hot. I like him more on DK because you get the little bit of a bonus when he hits the threes. So I don't mind Klay Thompson in this game. Oh, man. What else? Like, the studs, right? Like, you play the studs in this game if you're going to play anybody.
Yeah, Kevin Durant, I think, is the play.
I think Kevin Durant's the play as well. That means Steph Curry's going off tonight. You guys are welcome. That's it. That's going to break down the 10 games. You are up 3-2 on our game that we had just started a little while ago. And
who did I get right, by the way? Did you figure out who the second guy I got right was? You have the pad there?
I do have the notepad here.
Just curious, because I know it wasn't. I know that my bust did not bust, so I was just curious who.
Your bust did not bust. That was the issue.
Right. Who was the other guy?
You had Cousins 5x. He got there by 0.5. And Tobias Harris definitely went 6x.
Oh, Tobias. It was Tobias.
You had Joel Embiid as your bust, and him and Cousins.
No, Joel Embiid did
Note
not.
to self: if Philly and Sacramento play those guys together.
They will play again too because of the court things. So I know they have a game left on the docket.
Yeah, note to
and
self:
it will be in a back-to-back situation too. So it'll be a spot where people actually might not play it. Okay. So you go first today, right?
Nope, I went first on Monday.
Okay. Okay, let's start with 6x. I'm going to try to go back to the well. You won't let me, but I'm going to take Tobias Harris.
I'll let you.
Yeah, you're so nice. Thank you, buddy.
That's not chalk, though. Like, I have to give you that. I think it's a great play. Definitely agree with you there. So, like, I have to give you that.
You don't have to. You have a veto for a reason.
I'm going to do my 6x first, too, and I'm going to go super out on a limb here, and I'm going to go Jamal Crawford.
DraftKings pricing?
Yep.
Yeah, you can definitely have that. 5x Austin Rivers.
Yeah, you're not getting your 5x because we do snake style, baby. 5x play today is CJ McCollum.
Okay, that's fine. You can have that. I'll take Austin Rivers.
Right, and you have your bust. Has to be over 7K on FanDuel or on DraftKings. Over 7K and under
over 7K, under 4x. Oh, can I change my 5x play?
No. I have JJ Redick on Monday. No. You're getting Austin Rivers.
Not that I don't like Austin Rivers. I just noticed as I was going to find a guy 7K that there was a lock that neither one of us took because we're stupid. Oh, boy. Andre Drummond we could have had for 35.5 DK points. Oops. Boy, this is hard. Oh, boy. Carmelo.
All right. Let's see here. Who is going to bust? So this is pure karma. I'm going Kemba.
Oh my God, this is such a hedge life play, and I love it.
You like that, right?
That's such a great hedge life play.
Just so you guys know, I'm definitely gonna. I don't want any tweets because I'm going to have game stacks. So if he goes off, I don't want any tweets. But,
oh, this is a beautiful, beautiful hedge life play. I love it, Stevie.
Oh man, but that's gonna do it here for the Wednesday edition. I almost said the Monday edition. We do Monday podcast together every Monday, so I almost said Monday edition. That's going to do it here for the Wednesday edition. If you guys haven't headed over there to the daily marketplace, make sure you head on over there. Check out the Sieges Tournament Tactics package. It's a great tool. DK model, FanDuel model each day. Tournament rankings for FanDuel and DraftKings, all kinds of other stuff, premium chat, just so much going on over there, Siege. Am I missing anything?
Well, premium chat tomorrow, probably not happening since I'll be at dinner with you.
Yeah. But if you have any questions, always feel free to tweet at me or at the Siege DFS on Twitter. As always, make sure you guys subscribe and go to iTunes, subscribe, and then head on over to YouTube, subscribe, like the videos. Always do us a favor. Any final thoughts before we get out of here, CJ?
Yeah, man, gonna be a good slate.
It is going to be a very, very fun slate. DeMarcus Cousins or bust, baby. Good luck in your contest tonight. We'll see you again tomorrow.